Imagine being pushed to your limits, forced to sleep on a gym floor, and forced to eat only what you can scavenge, all while being constantly screamed at by instructors. Welcome to Hell Week, the infamous training program of the United States Navy SEALs. This grueling 5-day program is notorious for its ability to break even the toughest individuals, testing their mental toughness, physical endurance, and teamwork skills. Hell Week is designed to push SEAL candidates to their breaking point, forcing them to confront their deepest fears and limitations. The program is meticulously crafted to break down individuals and rebuild them into a cohesive unit, teaching them to rely on each other and trust their instincts in high-pressure situations. It's a journey that demands every ounce of strength, resilience, and determination from its participants. The first day of Hell Week sets the tone for the rest of the program. Candidates are awoken at 4 a.m. and given a simple directive: get in shape. From there, they're put through a series of grueling exercises, including swims, runs, and obstacle courses. The instructors are relentless, pushing the candidates to their limits with every rep, every set, and every obstacle. The goal is to break the candidate spirits, to make them question their ability to continue. But Hell Week is more than just a physical challenge. It's a mental game, designed to test the candidate's resolve, their ability to adapt, and their capacity for teamwork. Instructors will often pair candidates with individuals who are less capable, forcing them to rely on their teammates to get through the challenges. This teaches them to trust their instincts, to rely on their gut, and to make quick decisions in high-pressure situations. One of the most striking aspects of Hell Week is its emphasis on teamwork. Candidates are forced to work together, to rely on each other, and to trust their teammates to get them through the challenges. This is a critical component of the program, as it teaches candidates to prioritize their teammates' needs over their own. It's a lesson that will serve them well in the real world, where the stakes are often higher and the consequences of failure are dire. Surviving Hell Week requires a unique combination of physical and mental toughness, as well as the ability to adapt quickly to changing circumstances. Candidates must be able to push through pain, fatigue, and fear, all while maintaining a clear head and a steady focus. It's a mental state that's often described as flow, a state of complete absorption and focus that allows individuals to perform at their best. But what happens when the training is over and the real-world challenges begin? How do Navy SEALs apply the mental toughness they developed during Hell Week to real-world missions? The answer lies in their ability to stay focused, to trust their instincts, and to rely on their teammates. These are the same skills that they developed during Hell Week, and they're essential for success in the real world. In fact, many Navy SEALs will tell you that the lessons they learned during Hell Week have stayed with them long after the program is over. They'll talk about the importance of teamwork, the value of trust, and the need to stay focused under pressure. These are lessons that can be applied to any situation, from business to sports to everyday life. So what can we learn from the Navy SEALs and their infamous Hell Week program? The answer lies in the mental toughness and resilience that they developed during the program. These are skills that can be applied to any situation, and they're essential for success in the real world. Whether you're a business leader, an athlete, or simply someone looking to improve your life, the lessons of Hell Week are worth learning. The program may be grueling, but it's also transformative. It teaches individuals to push beyond their limits, to trust themselves and their teammates, and to stay focused under pressure. These are skills that will serve you well in any situation, and they're essential for achieving your goals. So if you're looking to develop the mental toughness and resilience of a Navy SEAL, consider this. Hell Week is not just a training program, it's a state of mind. It's a mindset that's developed through hard work, dedication, and a willingness to push beyond your limits. It's a mindset that can be applied to any situation, and it's essential for achieving success in the real world. In the next section, we'll explore how Navy SEALs apply the mental toughness they developed during Hell Week to real-world missions. We'll talk about the importance of teamwork, the value of trust, and the need to stay focused under pressure. We'll also hear from Navy SEALs themselves, who will share their experiences and insights on what it takes to succeed in the real world. But before we move on, let's take a moment to reflect on the lessons of Hell Week. What can we learn from this grueling training program? How can we apply the mental toughness and resilience that the Navy SEALs developed during Hell Week to our own lives? The answers lie in the ability to stay focused, to trust ourselves and our teammates, and to push beyond our limits. These are skills that will serve us well in any situation, and they're essential for achieving our goals. So let's take the lessons of Hell Week to heart, and let's apply them to our own lives. Let's develop the mental toughness and resilience that we need to succeed, and let's push beyond our limits to achieve our goals. The real world is waiting for us, and it's time to get started. So, what sets Navy SEALs apart from the rest of us? Is it their physical strength, their combat training, or something more? The answer lies not in their muscle mass or tactical prowess, but in the unique psychological profile that drives them to succeed. Research has shown that Navy SEALs have a distinct edge when it comes to grit, resilience, and emotional regulation. They're not born with these traits, but rather cultivated through the SEALs training program, which emphasizes the development of mental toughness, decision-making, and leadership skills. It's this mental armor that allows them to push through the most daunting challenges, to stay calm under fire, and to lead their teams to victory. But what exactly is mental toughness, and how do Navy SEALs cultivate it? According to Dr. Angela Duckworth, a leading expert on grit and resilience, mental toughness is the ability to sustain focus and motivation over time, even in the face of adversity. For Navy SEALs, this means developing a growth mindset, learning from failure, and persevering through the toughest of times. One of the key ways the SEALs develop mental toughness is through their training program. Hell Week, the infamous 5-day program we discussed earlier, is just the tip of the iceberg. Throughout their training, SEALs are subjected to grueling physical challenges, intense mental games, and constant stress. It's a pressure cooker that forces them to dig deep, to find the mental reserves they need to push through. But it's not just about the physical challenges. The SEALs training program also emphasizes the development of decision-making and leadership skills. They're taught to think critically, to analyze situations quickly, and to make decisions under pressure. It's this ability to think on their feet that sets them apart from the rest of us. So, how can we apply these principles in our own lives, without having to go through the rigors of SEAL training? The answer is simpler than you might think. By developing a growth mindset, learning from failure, and persevering through adversity, we can cultivate mental toughness in our own lives. We can learn to stay calm under pressure, to focus on the task at hand, and to lead ourselves and others to success. It's a mindset that's not just limited to the military. Mental toughness is a skill that can be developed by anyone, regardless of their background or experience. And the benefits are undeniable. By developing mental toughness, we can improve our resilience, our productivity, and our overall well-being. But here's the thing, mental toughness is not just about pushing through challenges. It's about developing a sense of purpose, a sense of direction, and a sense of meaning. It's about knowing what drives us, what motivates us, and what gives us the strength to keep going. So, what sets Navy SEALs apart from the rest of us? It's not their physical strength or their combat training. It's their mental toughness, their grit, and their resilience. And it's these same traits that can be developed by anyone, regardless of their background or experience. The question is, are you ready to develop the mental toughness you need to succeed? So, what can we learn from the mental toughness of Navy SEALs, and how can we apply these principles to our own lives, whether in the workplace or in our personal lives? While it's easy to romanticize the bravery and skill of these elite warriors, the truth is that their mental toughness is not just a product of their training or their environment. It's a skill that can be developed by anyone, through practice, hard work, and dedication. Take, for example, the story of Lieutenant Michael Murphy, a Navy SEAL who posthumously received the Medal of Honor for his bravery in Afghanistan. Murphy was part of a team that was ambushed by enemy fighters, and he knowingly exposed himself to deadly fire to call in a rescue mission. But what's often overlooked in the story of Murphy's heroism is the mental toughness that allowed him to stay calm and focused in the face of extreme danger. He was a leader who had trained himself to perform under pressure, and that training ultimately saved the lives of his teammates. By cultivating mental toughness, we can improve our resilience, our ability to handle stress, and our overall performance in high-pressure situations. We can learn from the Navy SEALs' emphasis on self-discipline, their ability to focus on the present moment, and their willingness to push beyond their limits. Whether you're a business leader, a student, or an athlete, the principles of mental toughness developed by Navy SEALs can help you achieve your goals and overcome obstacles. Consider the story of David Goggins, a former Navy SEAL who is now a highly respected ultra-endurance athlete. Goggins has completed some of the toughest physical challenges on the planet, including running 48 miles in 18 hours and completing a 24-hour rowing marathon. But what's remarkable about Goggins' story is not just his physical toughness, but his mental resilience. He has talked openly about the struggles he faced in his past, including poverty, abuse, and addiction, and how he used those experiences to fuel his determination to succeed. By understanding the principles of mental toughness and applying them in our own lives, we can achieve our goals, overcome obstacles, and become more resilient in the face of adversity. So, what's your biggest challenge? What's holding you back from achieving your goals? Share your story in the comments below, and let's work together to build mental toughness and overcome obstacles.